Hello and welcome to part 16 of my informative playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now in the last video we defeated Tartuccio and we leveled up to level 4, and basically now we've got a couple of quite challenging fights ahead of us, including a significant boss who is, you know, as tough as, if not harder than Tartuccio, and that's the giant centipede, because yeah, as a single enemy, harder, but obviously isn't throwing fireballs. But we've also got a few giant centipedes here, which are not as challenging now as they would have been. Let's see what we can do here. And we're still firing missiles. Okay. So to the north we've got quite a difficult room with some giant frogs in it, and we really want to take a sort of choke point approach here, because
don't hesitate.
These are quite unpleasant and they can do some serious damage, and some of them are poisonous. So we've got our scroll of protection from delayed poison communal here, which I purchased in the last 2 episodes back, and this lasts an hour, so we can cast this immediately, and this will serve us for these next 2 battles. There's some poisonous frogs here,
We should move.
and we're just going to buff up with some other stuff. The key is to keep Ragonga out of the way, because if he gets kind of, if he's targeted, then it's quite unpleasant. So let's bring up all our buffs, because we might as well, because we've got this enough time to go from this fight to the next one.
My skills are absolute.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Yeah, so
Give the order.
we're going to get
Anything is possible.
Lindsay here,
And so they walked on.
and we're going to see
Any last
if we can just
wishes?
initiate combat and run away. So hopefully they're going to target Valerie here,
Do not falter.
who I managed to call Octavia in the last video, which, sorry
You should have
Valerie,
run.
that's rather rude of me.
Stand down.
We'll just keep one.
You knave.
Let's go there.
Die for me.
You offend me.
Yeah, see, you can't get there because Harem's in the way, which is okay.
Bleed for me. Fear me.
See, what I don't want is him to loop around there. Anyway, now we can go in. Let's see about finishing these off. And conserve the rest of our parcel. There we go. So this is quite a nice room actually. You can see that the idea is that there's sunlight that's come all the way down into the depths, and there's this nice little lush island growing in the middle. Yes, an island of life where the frogs were living, and they didn't particularly like us. We've also got this, the golden toad statue. It's worth 250 gold. As far as any information about this exists, it's just a sort of not an Easter egg, but just a little, you know, special thing. There are a few, you know, items that look like they should do something but don't, and that's one of them. There's a perception check here for a token of the Dryad, which is good. A bit more money for us. And now let's head down and see whether we can deal with this giant centipede. And this is quite a tricky battle actually, because there's lots of centipedes. So we can see our first ones here. There's a group of them, and then the giant centipede will come up here, and there'll be a few more spitting centipedes. So we kind of need to be well prepared for this.
Here.
So we're going to send Valerie out front.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
Onwards!
And because we are immune to
What a
poison,
waste. I'll cut you.
hopefully that will work out okay. We're going to position a bit further. Oops.
Die for me. Bleed for
All
me.
attack there.
This is where I step
Your
in.
time is over. Strike!
So that. And once we finish this one
Stay
off,
behind me!
the next one should appear. And at this point we're going to pull everyone forward because there will be one which appears behind us as well. There. It magically appeared, you'll notice if you're watching.
Serves you right.
But it's a spitting one, so we should just be able to shoot it down. Now, you can see there, we're going to use Leopard as a sweeper to pick up the others and prepare everyone else to go here. Because over here we have this tremendous centipede. I've been calling it a giant centipede. It's level 8. It's got strength 29, high constitution, and so it hits hard and does serious damage. But its main attack is it has an AoE poison attack, which with a high DC. So that's why we're protected from poison, which is well worth the investment. We're just going to get Cat to attack, and it should come up and then start spitting. Yeah, so we're going to engage. Yeah,
Become as dust.
and we will get Ragonga
Fear me.
to just try and... There we go, we're dead. Up there.
Away, you
Bring
rascal.
everyone else in. We'll try and get Ragonga to shock and grasp it, which should help. And we might as well. We picked up a wand from Tartuccio there, which is a wand of magic missile at level 3.
Stand down.
We might as well use
you
that.
offend me.
There we go, success. And we'll get Heron to strike. Cast
Repent.
that. They're immune to shaken. And
You deserved
Lindsay
it.
can shoot. We'll do this slowly. I don't know whether we've got any more information. No, so we don't know what its AC is.
See what your entrails look like.
That's quite nice, isn't it? So it's worth mentioning that if you critical hit on your scimitar or whatever weapon you're using as a magus, scimitar has an 18 to 20 range, which is the highest base range. If you get a crit on a scimitar, on your weapon when you're using spell strike, it will also crit on the spell you cast as well. So we do double damage, not just with our scimitar, but also with our electricity. And because of his blue dragon bloodline, you know, that's quite that's another, you know, 4d6 plus 4. It's just, that's almost chopped straight through it. It puts everyone else to shame. Anyway,
Your life
let's see whether we can just finish it off. And Kitty here is going to charge in. So he's attacking with a AB of plus 15, which is pretty good, and far enough to hit Valerie. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for another one because we're not hitting yet. Magic missile incoming. Oh, and would you look at that? Dead from missiles. And we can see its information here now. Had 92 hit points. Was pretty high experience. Ah, who did hit it? No, Valerie hit it. Sorry. That's a different centipede. But it's only got an AC of 21, which was why we were hitting so much. But don't let how easy that was deceive you. That enemy is incredibly tough
What a
if you're
waste.
not prepared. There we go. Lovely. So we're going to pick up a special item here, Restovic helmet, crumpled helmet. Yeah, Paladin's crumpled helmet. That's that's the third of our 5 items from that storyteller set. And this is a really interesting item here. This is an agile pick. Now, agile, yeah, means that if you've got weapon finesse, you can add your dexterity modifier to your damage as well. So if you're playing a dex-based character who does not have access to the rogue talent that gives you dexterity to damage, you can use an agile weapon, such as this agile pick, that means, you know, it'll boost your damage by your dexterity modifier. Really good. We've got no one who can use this, but I always think it's quite funny to see how these weapons look in Rigonga's hands. He's huge, but look at that tiny little pick. It looks like he's looks like he's going ice climbing. Anyway, I will keep out. You could see there it says temporary enhancement 1. That is because of our arcane weapon enhancement ability, which is good too. So I'm just gonna join this up because I don't quite like leaving the map unshown, but there's nothing else down here. It just joins up with this battle area that we looked at a few videos ago. The main area is we're going to head off down here, where we will find some more centipedes.
Become as dust.
And just going to turn that off. No, it's not precious, the 1 charges, but still. This should enable us to go through. We can see, if we'd approached from the south, we'd have had a lot more clues about the fact that there was a giant centipede coming up.
Hey, have a look.
So this little chamber, someone's been hiding out in here. Oops, there we go. And another coin, and they've been worshipping another Craglinorm skull. And we'll head back. I don't know if it's going to do it. Oh no, it cleared it, as in it revealed everything. Sometimes it doesn't. This is a dead end here. So instead, we're going to go do one of the more tricky fights down here, and one of the reasons why I didn't clear this region, this western side first, and that's the various undead. There we go. How much time on our buffs? 59 seconds. I do not believe that is enough to do it. So,
Don't tolerate threats. Away, rascal.
you can see with Rigonga floating around here the issue of having
Stand down.
more than 3
Don't hold back.
melee characters. I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. This actually goes up to the surface, which is quite nice.
The dangers don't frighten me.
You're but a footnote in our story.
Your life ebbs low for me.
There we go. So yes, there's some relatively tough enemies behind a really quite simple puzzle. So,
The
going
end
to
draws near.
No time for idling.
double check if there's anything else we can
It's
cast.
time to act.
Not really. We can recast
never
Magic
wrong.
Fang on Leopard there. And we've got Bone Shaker, but
I'm restless.
I'm restless. Yeah, so not much we can do. We just gotta hope
Just letting the ink dry.
this works out. So Lindsay's gonna
I am
stand there.
yours to command.
Valerie's gonna stand there. Rugonga's going to attempt not to gain aggro. And we're just going to get leopard if we look here. This forgotten room is surely the oldest, most forgotten place in the dungeon. The layer of dust lies thick as a blanket. So, what do you think is going to be behind here? Skeletons. So, Valerie's going to do the honors.
Right.
Together we are unstoppable.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Yes, I'm still here.
Friendship lasts forever.
And unfortunately, we don't have any more channels, or we could use them to
To
damage them via channel positive energy. We've got one Nightmare Skeleton Soldier and these two Dread Skeleton Elites, which you can see they have tower shields. So their AC is a whopping 27, and they've got damage reduction, excluding bludgeoning. So, you know, it's quite tricky. We're gonna just ensure. So there we go. We're gonna take this one down first because he's got the lower AC. There's not much we can do because I haven't equipped any bludgeoning weapons. But
Any last wishes?
we can just fire
You
some
offend me.
missiles at them. And hopefully come over here. Now we can all attack. So Valerie's taking quite a bit of damage there. But fingers crossed she won't start taking too much more. Might see about.
Fear me.
Actually, since they've got high AC, we can just
I'll cut
use a touch attack against them.
I can't keep this up much
So
longer.
that's one. So with spell strike, you're doing it instead of as a free melee touch attack, you're making a regular melee attack. So obviously touch attacks are much easier to land because you ignore. If I just bring up Valerie as an example, she's got a touch AC of 13 compared to a regular AC of 27. So you could hit her with touch much easier. So being able to deliver these spells like that from Rugonga is of considerable benefit. We'll just boost our accuracy, and we'll get Linda to sing, and that will increase our chance of being hit. And it's been tripped. Okay, that's good. Because hopefully the penalty to AC from being tripped. Well, plenty of misses and perfect. Oh, not perfect because we took quite a lot of damage there. But that's what Valerie's here for. You can see, in praise of Talador and the brave warriors of the 5th Army Exploration, fallen but remembered in honor. 2014, Age of Enthronement. So, long time ago. The rewards are well worth it though, because we're getting half plate +1. This Tongi, this is like a exotic weapon, but it's worth a lot. And things to sell, including Taladin Warrior's dog tag. Cash that into the storyteller. So, this is the big upgrade for Harem here. You can see that's +3 AC. So AC is still low, but every little helps, maybe, or else it's irrelevant. But let's just see about healing up Valerie using spontaneous casting. There. Get her to chug another couple of potions. There we go. I always think I'm maybe going against the grain entirely, but I love using consumables. Like, if you've got them, use them. I'll take all this stuff because it's relatively valuable. So, the half plate +1, there's no benefit to Valerie wearing it. It doesn't change her AC at all, as far as I remember.
I'll share my.
There's something here.
So, this is Might Hermit,
I'm listening.
and it's rather.
Don't
I never really know quite what to do in this encounter, because, you know, you can chat to him a lot, and eventually he'll attack you. And I kind of put it down to, yeah, so fiercely gesturing towards the exit. But if we question again, he will go hostile,
Become
which,
as dust.
yeah, is that any sneak attacks, Valerie. Catches her flat-footed. And he's relatively tough. Okay. I mean, is that worth it for 27 experience and a Wand of Bane? Yeah. I don't know. Feels mean, really.
How cute!
So, well, let's just clear this. There's nothing up here. This is an exit that goes up to the first floor. Just here, up to the Might Quarter. Instead, we're gonna head down here and deal with some more undead who are not quite as difficult as those tower shield wearing undead. Tower shield wearing, tower shield carrying. But,
Give the order.
not so simple. We're not going to make sure we're healed. And yeah, I should really remember to use our Wand of Cure Light Wounds. Yeah, that's okay. So
I am your shield.
we can grease here. They're very susceptible to grease, but
The end draws near.
is it worth it?
The world
Because
is full of
it's
wonder.
very difficult to dispel grease.
I am your
Well, sorry,
command.
it's
They
impossible
choose
to dispel
stand
grease,
against me.
and so
Let us strike as one.
you end up with a grease patch forever.
Die for me. Repent.
I'm actually gonna try and avoid getting mobbed,
Your life
and then
ebbs below
go in on this side. Yeah.
me.
Serves you right.
Quite. Like, it's quite a dangerous encounter. You wouldn't want to do this early on. I'm gonna take it slow so I don't miss anything. Make sure everyone's attacking, including you, Lindsay.
You deserve it.
One.
I'll cut you.
Target
Do
there.
not falter.
Two. Or maybe more.
What a waste.
Onwards. You should have run.
Three.
Strike.
Four.
Your
And
time is over.
I think
Any last wishes?
the tide has turned against the undead. Although their AC at 24 is enough to result in all those misses. I would never want to play that in turn-based, you'd just be hacking away for ages against them. There's a trap here, but this is quite cool. There we go.
There's something over there.
There's something over there.
It's just not my lucky day. I failed. I'm sorry.
Well, this time.
Anything is possible.
Try not to set it off myself.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Try again.
Anything else?
No. You can see why I.
Something.
Okay, yeah.
Attention.
So, Valerie, this is part of her backstory. Not this statue, but her reference to Shellen. And for some reason, there is this old statue of the goddess of beauty down here. But I was just going to say, you can see why I took skill focus trickery on Lindsay, because, you know, nothing is guaranteed when it comes to unlocking stuff. Yeah, so who built this? Who came all the way down here and built a shrine to Shellen?
This is my time to shine.
My time to shine. So we've only got one large encounter left, and that's the giant spider, which is not particularly difficult, especially since we've got
Away, you rascal.
delay poison communal.
This is where
And giant spider is just a larger giant spider. If that makes sense. They're all giant spiders, but the giant spider is a larger one. So it's just a sort of, you know, there's so much evidence
The
here
dangers don't
that
frighten
many countries, nations, empires have come and gone in this space.
it's just not my lucky day.
It is not, Lindsay. It is not.
Applause, please.
No. No applause. Okay.
Don't hesitate.
There's quite a lot of them
And
here.
Lindsay was called forth.
And Lindsay was called
The
for.
reckoning is
We can basically burn through the rest of our very
I'll
limited
take care of it.
resources,
Is there
because
Bye.
this is our last fight. So I might try the sound burst.
I don't tolerate threats.
I don't tolerate threats.
Stay behind me.
Okay.
Stand down.
One.
Serves you
Yeah.
right.
So this part isn't the last fight, but this cluster of spiders
Deserved it.
in general is. There we go.
A
Should-
simple smile goes a long
Probably
way.
My skills are absolute.
No time for idling.
have somebody on demoralize. So this is the spider's lair. It's absolutely disgusting. It's filled with centipedes. There's dead people here. They don't even have anything very good on them. But yeah, yuck. As future Baron, we are, you know, clearing up this gross spidery place. Okay. And I never understood this one. It's always kind of
Next
like
strike is one.
hiding there.
Do not falter.
Just zoom in so you can see they're very detailed models, and they are gross.
Last
If you
wishes.
do not like spiders, you will not like this section in the game. So, this coming up is going to be our giant spider. Let's hope hope there's some trap I've forgotten about. Now there is a trap. There's a trap right here, big web trap that comes down to about there, so we need to be careful to
Give the
avoid that.
order.
to now?
Where to now?
Lindsay the Magnificent?
No.
Lindsay the Illustrious? Forever. Something more simple.
I am your shield.
Lindsay the Great?
We come all the way down
Lindsay the
here.
Indecisive.
We can circumvent it. But it's there. Kinda wanna get them to come a bit closer
As you order.
so that we can avoid this
Don't
trap.
hesitate. We should move.
How are we gonna do
Adventures are
this?
exciting.
Adventures are exciting.
I'll share my path. You offend me. Come at me. I dare you.
Bye. So there it is. So this sort of strange yellowy spider, level 7 vermin, high strength and dex, low hit points, low AC, immune to mind affecting. Basically, it's not as difficult as the high level would seem to imply.
Onwards!
Become as dust.
Become as dust.
For me.
Don't hold back. Your time.
Can't remember if they can be demoralized. No, they can't, can they? Or maybe they can. Centipedes can't. Right. Okay.
This will hurt.
Who crit? Leopard. Excellent.
Fear me.
Fear me.
This is where I step in.
Look at that. 34 damage. He is a monster. And that's not a comment on him being a half-orc.
What troubles you?
What troubles you? We haven't spotted this this trap either,
I'm there.
so we're going to be really careful. Because if you get stuck in webs, it just can take an age to get out of them, and that's embarrassing. Basically, this is quite sad. Like you can see, like just mites caught in the webs. We've done them a real favour by getting rid of the spider. This is what we wanted. Restovic Swordlord's Empty Sheath. This is item 4 of 5 of this Restovic collection of items, so it's pretty good. And we also get a Wand of True Strike, which is incredibly powerful because more True Strikes the better, and a Cloak of Resistance. And I think since we're mostly okay for cloaks, we're going to give this to Alice here. And oh, we've got this ring of deflection, which Harem can have. Boost his AC just a little bit more. So if you look now, we've cleared the whole area, and that's it. So I'm gonna pause the video now because mostly it's trucking back outside to deal with Garuruk, the wolf. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.